So the WNBA days without being messy equals zero. Equals zero. And I have never been so happy. Let Dijonai go and destroy another team. I have never been so happy that there is no link currently with Dijonai Carrington and the Indiana Fever. Let Dijonai destroy another team. Let her do that. Let her ruin another, obviously she's dating Jackie Young, but let her ruin another locker room for somebody she's dating. Let her do it. The Aces. If you are an Aces fan and you lose the title this year, go blame Dijonai Carrington. Because, oh my God, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So Dijonai randomly decides to post on Threads, since MFs want to be funny today, I'll be hilarious. Yes, Melissa cheated on me with Deja Kelly and Leah Nye, plus many more. What good is this going to do? And this is what I mean, where it's like, this can't go down well on the basketball court. This isn't going down well on the basketball court, sorry, for Melissa. Not going to go down well on the basketball court. At least Deja Kelly's no longer employed by the Aces. But, it is one of those things where her current girlfriend plays on the Indiana Fever, or not in the Indiana Fever, on the Las Vegas Aces. So does Melissa Smith. How exactly, everybody jokes about Melissa Smith. Melissa Smith looks 180 pounds lighter after losing Dijonai. And it's obviously, the number is probably too high in that regard, but still. She really posts his full names while in the back of the club. Yeah, this is truly the best sports league in the world. It is mad. It is absolutely mad. All-Star Weekend ending with this. Deja Kelly's not even a fucking player. She's playing in the Upshot League. She's not even in the league. And if you guys don't remember that there was the viral post a few years ago, and it was somebody listing how Caitlin Clark was never going to make another Olympic team. They were the guards for the 2028 team. And it was Ryan Howard, Juju, Hannah Hidalgo. And it's Caitlin's going to make it over them. But whatever. And then randomly Deja Kelly's name popped up in there. And it's she just went undrafted. But Deja Kelly rocked up to the draft and went to go undrafted. Very few people to show up to the draft go undrafted. She rocked up and went undrafted. And now, obviously, Aaliyah Nye, who they got rid of on the team, who's no longer a member of the A's. To be fair, she was taking the expansion. Am I right in saying that? Am I right in saying Nye was taking the expansion? Either way, it doesn't really matter. The problem is that, obviously, Dijonai is trying to just continue to fuck with Melissa. And it's now one of these things where Dijonai, who's dating Jackie Young, appears to be doing something that could tear down Jackie Young's team. Or at least a player on Jackie Young's team. Just like when she was dating Melissa, she decided she wanted to make it her mission to tear down Caitlin Clark. And it's just... I don't know, Dijonai Carrington. She could be the most lovely human being in the world. But it feels like everything she touches turns to shit. And that's the only way I can describe this situation. But what is this league? What actually is this league we're talking about here? What are we doing? What are we doing? You come at All-Star Weekend, and maybe this is very different coming from men's sports where I'm sure in the NBA, I'm sure in other sports, I'm sure there are examples of teammates dating that aren't that public. But this is where it gets so messy. This is where it gets so messy when it comes to teammates dating. And it's if something goes wrong, it can tear down teams. It can tear down teams. It is, and it's one of these hilarious things. So, if you listen to coaches, even on the men's side, when I was playing with my national team, we did a weekend. Bob Hurley came over and did a weekend coaching clinic with my national team, and he was answering questions. Other coaches came and he was doing a Q&A, and they were what's the worst thing for a player? And it was a player getting a steady girlfriend. Sorry, no, it was a player breaking up with a steady girlfriend is a worse thing for him as a coach than hearing a player has joined a gang. Like, it's that much of a thing where it's like a messy breakup or heartbreak is one of the worst things that can happen to a player. And obviously he said that a bit as a joke, but still, like, oh, if you are the aces, I'm going to talk more about this in another video. If you are the aces, be warned. Be warned, because it is hard. It is hard to escape. It is hard to escape the Dijonai. Like, if she's on your team, so be it. If she is semi around your team but not on your team, it's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that. And any situation, like, I shit you not, Dijonai Carrington, whoever Dijonai Carrington has been dating since the year, I don't know, 2022, whatever, it has been a shit show for their team. The Fever for years. The Aces, when she was dating Alyssa, was a shit show. And then, obviously, we saw the shit as soon as the Aces won the championship last year. She's there posting stuff about Alyssa. Clearly, if Alyssa's cheating, obviously Alyssa's in the wrong. Obviously in this scenario. But trying to be messy, whatever, 6 months or 8 months later, 9 months later, during All-Star Weekend, when they know everyone's reading in the middle of the club. Like, this reminds me of when she didn't like an answer Caitlin Clark gave. So while in the fucking arena is there tweeting out, complaining about Caitlin Clark, instead of, I don't know, waiting until after the game, when you're in the arena and dating a player team, waiting until after the game and telling Caitlin Clark to her face you didn't like an answer. You decided to berate her on social media. Everything. And again, it might not be her fault. All of this might just not be her fault, but everything Dijonai touches seems to turn to shit. But yeah, and none of it might be her fault. It might be nothing. But at the end of the day, I don't think she helps herself. That being said, the fact that, like, people are saying, oh, if you want to talk to basketball, the fact this actually affects basketball. There's a good chance this actually affects the basketball of this is mad. It's a weird sports league. It really, really is. And I never thought I would have to say this. I never thought I would have to do this. Someone sent me a thread yesterday and they were like, I only started talking about the WNBA because my NBA content failed. It was actually the opposite. I was still doing well in 2K when I started making WNBA content. WNBA just started doing really well and I wanted to talk about it. And I was really interested in this league in 2024. But holy shit, this is getting weird. See you guys.